The regular Eveleth City Council meeting scheduled for 5 p.m. September 6th will now come to order. Roll call.
Counselor Rousey?
Here.
Counselor Koivunen?
Here.
Counselor Purpich?
Here.
Counselor Lillis?
Here.
Mayor Vysalovich?
Here. Approval of minutes. City Council Workshop Meeting, June 21st. Minutes of City Council Workshop Meeting, June 28th. Minutes of City Council Meeting, August 2nd. Minutes of City Council Special Meeting, August 23rd. And minutes of City Council Workshop Meeting, August 31st. If no one has any questions or changes to these, I'd like to call for a motion that we approve these minutes.
So move.
Motion made by Purpich. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We have no appointments or presentations. Item F, the consent agenda. If no one has any questions about the consent agenda, just call for a motion that we approve it as it is.
So move.
Motion made by Purpich. Did you make
That'll
Brian?
be me, Mayor.
Oh, motion made by Lillis, and did you second it?
Sure.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. No public hearings, no unfinished business. Under new business, pay request number 3 and final for 3D concrete and construction, the amount of $17,993.50 for 2022 curb and sidewalk improvements. They're all done for the year, Jer? Then, or?
Yes, they're all done for the year, for the 35,000.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on anything there? If not, call for a motion that we approve this final pay request for 3D concrete.
So move.
Motion made by Purpich. Your support?
Support.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2. Authorize Public Works Director to purchase with installation a transmission for a 1995 dump truck.
I'm gonna
6694.
try to say okay without giggling, but I understand that we have old equipment left and we have to get this fixed because we know what's coming, so I will so move that we fix it.
Is there, this didn't include the installation though? Are we doing that ourselves or?
Yeah, no, this includes the installation, removal and.
Oh, it does, okay.
Yep,
And that it is a 1995.
Yeah.
Support.
Okay, we got a motion and a support. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 3, independent contract to the City of Eveleth and Teresa Alvaro for safety coordinator services. I think I don't know if we talked about it. I know you and I have, Jackie, talked about it. Make sure we have all the right documentation for OSHA and things on that order, because I think she does that right now for the ambulance service, doesn't she?
Absolutely.
So you know how important to have that stuff in order.
If you don't, then the fines can be
Many times.
many times more.
Well, you know, it's sticklers, those agencies are about having the paperwork correct.
Yeah.
And documentation there.
Well, she knows what she's doing here in case they come up here.
Everybody's up to snuff with all their accreditations.
Yeah. Any further questions?
And she's on board, she's all set, ready to go?
Absolutely.
Good, good.
Any further discussion? You have a motion to approve this contract?
So move.
Motion made by Purpich. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 4, facilities use agreement between the City of Eveleth and Independent School District number 2909. We all know this is for the Hippodrome.
And our ballparks, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And we have,
Have the golf course.
And what are we looking at, 50% or 100%? Is that what our two proposals will be?
What happened?
Yeah, we're considering two different proposals. One is, as you know, our first proposal was tabled.
Yeah,
Virginia pulled theirs off the table, so the school board tabled ours also. So after discussing it further, we're looking at doing half-time, which would be 250 hours
yeah,
at a certain rate, and then also sending them a proposal for the full use of the Hippodrome for the
Okay.
$500. So we can send one, we can send both, or we can send all three. It's up to you.
I think, I don't know about you, I'd like to send the 50% and the 100%.
I think it should be 50/50, and that's it, and if they don't accept that, then ship them to 100% for us.
Well, then the school board's got an option
Yeah.
too, if, 100, we can provide 100% too, if things don't work well on their end.
If
I
you would
mean,
like-
that's, going into this, that's how it's supposed to be, is 50/50, and there's a lot of rumors and stuff going around, which half of them are true. And we are right now willing to go 50/50. If not, then we heard it was all or nothing, well, then we'll give you the all.
Yeah,
So I could work with Joel if you would like, because these proposals talk purely about the hours. They don't say in there 50/50 or the same term as they use ICE from Virginia. So maybe you want us to add something in that clarifies, we're not going less than 50% of the total hours,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
And this is between Rock Ridge School and the city of Eveleth and the city of Virginia, not the IT building. So I want to make
Yeah.
sure that's out there. The IT building is not even, have nothing to do with this. It's like our Hippodrome. It has nothing to do with this. We want you in Eveleth and we want you Virginia 50/50.
well, that was the whole intent on this merger, they would, use the facilities equally.
Yep.
They were adequate at one point, so,
so if you make a motion, if you want to clarify that you want us to add language regarding that the ICE usage is 50/50, and then also that our agreement would be the same term as the city of Virginia's. So if they get a 3-year term, then we get a 3-year term.
yeah.
Joel, how does that sound?
I will make that motion.
Facilities, use agreement with those changes, Joe made that motion then. Do we have a support?
I'll support it.
Motion made by Koivunen, support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Item number 5, resolution authorizing the city of Eveleth to make application to and accept funds from the IRRB Residential Redevelopment Grant Program for 1104 McKinley and 1501 West First Street.
So I had given you a resolution a couple of months ago for this, but IRRB has clarified with me the resolution needed to list the specific addresses we're looking at demoing.
Oh, okay.
And so, of course, we've added 1104 McKinley Avenue, so we can make that application to the IRRB, because you also have in your packet quotes that Alan had solicited on our
Yeah.
behalf for the demolition.
Will we be able to get this down this year yet? Just so the
I'm surprised you got 3 bids on that thing. That's what really surprised me.
The neighbors up there are gonna be so happy when that pulls up there to start taking it down. They'll probably be out there clapping.
There'll be a frickin' block party up there
Yes.
when that thing goes down.
You know, the sad thing is it had to take so long to do, so sorry about that, but it's coming down.
Well, what those neighbors had to put up there with that structure.
Yes.
The drug dealers and criminals that were up there.
And the sanitation problems that were going on.
I mean, that, yeah.
Greenest
exactly.
grass in town.
Made a public health hazard out of that facility.
So moved.
Okay, do you have a support?
Sport.
Okay, we have a motion and a support. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Now, here's the good one.
Mayor, who is this? I'm sorry, who is second?
Did you second it, or Joe?
Brian did.
Brian did, okay. I didn't know what said, who made the motion, who seconded it. Here's the good one. Consider bids for the demolition of 1104 McKinley Avenue.
So, Mayor, before you folks take action on that, I want you to know that the quotes for the abatement will be due on Friday.
Right.
And if they're less than $10,000, good. If more than $10,000, that has to come back to you. Because that's the only authority I have is up to 10,000. Unless you'd like me to stack with Jerry's.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thinking there.
Because they're gonna
Why
blame it on
can't you
Jerry.
do that?
And I don't really have any idea how much that's gonna cost. I don't even have an inkling. Do you have an inkling, Alan?
I've got a feeling it'll be under the 10,000 from discussions.
Oh, good. I got, one question. We're looking for IRRB money to assist in those. that demo,
Correct.
Correct?
Correct.
And for what they don't cover, do we have any recourse to go after the property owner? For the remaining? I mean, it's time some of these people are taught a lesson, because you know they're collecting rent. For that gang of thugs that were hanging around there.
Yeah, once the property transfers, no, it's an election of remedies, I believe, so it's one or the other. So once the property is in the city's name, we don't have a recourse to go after them for the remaining amount.
So I think that's gonna be the glitch, isn't it, getting the property title to us?
I think that Joel probably has the legal mechanisms
Yeah.
to work on that for us.
Because this guy, for letting that go on there, and,
Yep, yep. And so I'm relatively comfortable that we will get an IRRB grant, but if we don't, I assume you still would like us to proceed with the demo and
yes.
the abatement?
It has to
Okay.
come
I
down.
thought you would say yes, I just wanted to make sure that we're clear on that, thank you.
I think it's time to send a message, because there's a few more that can go on the hit list that are bad.
I think you're absolutely right on that, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get this taken care of, and people will take notice that we're doing something about cleaning up this town.
Yeah, I mean, what the neighbors had to put up with up there for those years is just, like you say, it's unbelievable. Something like that. Well, we got a bid here for $42,900 from G-Men. That's the one you're recommending, Al?
Yeah, that was the lowest, that was received by the city, so they were responsible. I believe they did one of the previous demos a few years ago as well. So they worked in town, they have the proper, equipment and insurance.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing, they did one in Gilbert this summer. That's who we recommend work this to.
Okay, anybody have any questions for Alan? I can call for a motion that we award this demo to G-Men per the city engineer's recommendation for $42,900.
So move.
Motion made by Purpich, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Koivunen, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 7, resignation from firefighter Wade Peterson. He's retiring from the department?
Yeah, that's what his letter says.
Yeah,
That's just my retirement.
All right.
He's been around for a long time.
That's what I was just
Yes, he has.
wondering. Mostly, we get the new ones out of school, they stay a few years, then they get a job somewhere else, a full-time department.
Yeah.
Well, I'll call for a motion that we accept this letter of resignation from Wade Peterson and send him a thank you for his years of service.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Purpich. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 4, authorize hiring of firefighters. Chief Sperling recommended, we have 3 candidates here, contingent on their passing physicals and whatever it needs to bring an employee on board.
Do we have a limit as to how many people can be on the fire department?
What is it, 25?
Yeah, the bylaws is 25.
Yeah, how short are we?
We're a little bit short still, we'll probably be at 21, maybe 20
Well,
with
I'm
the
glad we
departure of
have 3
Wade.
applicants anyway.
That's amazing. It really is.
It is, yeah.
They're to the stage that he wants to hire or recommending hiring them, so yeah, that's amazing. Considering the issues we've had with getting applicants for other positions.
Anybody have any questions? If not, I'll call for a motion that we authorize the chief start the process in the Public Safety Commission to hire these officers.
So moved.
Motion made by Lillis, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Rousey, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 9, introduction and first reading of an ordinance repealing and replacing ordinance number 42, second series, adopting a revised salary schedule for the mayor and city council. If no one has any questions, call for a motion that we approve this first reading.
So moved.
Yep, motion made by Koivunen, we have a support.
I'll support.
Support by Purpich, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 10, consider approving fall 2021 refuse collection yard waste pickup schedule. I don't know.
It's not on here. It's the 19th,
September 19th.
19th, for 2 weeks.
Jerry, you didn't leave it with that truck that's got the Beal tranny, did you? Get it there.
No, it'll start on September 19th and it'll go for the 2-week period. We'll stay open till 6 o'clock through that 2-week period also.
And there's
It
no
usually goes
weekend,
a few days longer.
there's no weekend, you're just staying open till 6
Just
during the
staying
week.
open the late
Okay.
shift.
And I've heard a lot of compliments
Yeah.
about that because people get home at 4:30, 5 o'clock. They still have an hour to dump the stuff, so.
Yep, there's plenty of time for everybody to get down there.
Yeah.
2-week schedule. That's what we've been doing for the last,
I think you have been the last number of years, eh?
Yep,
Works out better.
works out better.
That's what I thought. I think that's what you said.
Any other comments or discussion over the fall refuse collection and yard waste pickup? If not, the call for a motion that we approve this schedule.
So moved. I'll second.
Motion made by Purpich, support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Item J, council presentations, committee reports, board and liaison updates. Oh, John, you got anything?
Tomorrow, HRA,
What time is that one?
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock?
Yeah, 3 o'clock.
You guys will be there at 3. We'll be out the airport, Joel. 3:30.
Thursday?
Or no, it's Thursday for us, yeah.
I lost track
I'm
of
all
all
mixed
this
up
week.
here.
Mine is the 7th.
Monday.
Other than that, though, no, I have nothing.
There hasn't been, I don't think anything else, have we, Jack? Any other meetings? If not, Chief, you got anything to add?
Nothing tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
The only thing I say, I mentioned, I was talking with Jerry about, we've had some people concerned about where Hat Trick and Jones Street meet. Maybe some, visibility is kind of hard, especially going south on Hat Trick. Didn't we have 3 stop signs
There used to be a stop sign there, and because we fought when Chief Koivunen was here. The county wanted it to be no stop signs all the way through.
That's when I thought the one
And
the
then we
signs
fought
went.
it, and then we got the one in front of Tommy Hall's house, the one on top of the hill, and there was one down there on the corner where you would stop and you go right to the rink or left to Boomtown. I
Yeah.
said there should be one there, because I don't know how many accidents I see there almost every day.
Well, they get rolling, going south on Hat Trick.
Well, you have
Towards
to.
the rink.
The problem with it is now when you come down there, you have to roll out because you can't see around these trucks and cars at Aqua Power.
There's one car that's been there, some old junker that's been there a while, but I think that one, but I think the other stop sign there would help the problem, because eventually that road is gonna go back into Highway 53 exit. That's their thinking.
You know,
On
where
that
we're
off ramp going south.
Right next to the home.
yeah, right
So,
next to that home. There used to be
the
one there and they
tendency
pulled it
for-
out when they redid it.
Tendency for going fast will be, greatly enhanced when you have that.
I wish I could have had the county guy come sit on my deck and watch these people go by my house at 60 miles an hour.
Well, that's the same thing on top of Jones Street. They had a stop sign right at the top. We gotta wait till they turn the road back over to the city, then we can take the sign. Who'd ever get going stopping on that hill?
Yep.
Well, yeah, that one there, if, we could go back maybe to, what do you guys think, 3-way stop, Chief, like we had before?
It was always just 2.
Yeah, there was only
Coming from
2.
like
It was
the storage units.
the northbound on Hat Trick and then
There's- yeah.
eastbound on Jones. Those were the 2
I
that.
think those.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because they could just roll by the other way.
Right.
But then they pulled the northbound one on Hat Trick. The one that they pulled, that was a few years
Because
ago.
I figured that when the county does the road jobs, that's when the signs start going and we have to put them back like we want them.
I think we should get it back in there.
Yeah, because that's kind of a tough spot there to see. And, you know, the business down there, they park a lot of vehicles there, but they don't have a lot of employee parking. They got some next to the building, and you know what I mean, you can't cut them off. But there's one car that's way in the corner that's been there. I don't even know if it runs.
I know what you're talking
Yeah, if that was out of the way, that'd really help too. And otherwise, it's as good as it gets.
Stop sign there.
There wasn't a lot of planning years ago to put an industrial building right by a residential area.
No.
You know what I mean? Because through the years, he talked about moving that building, remember, Joe? Across the highway, but it never did get to that point. But that's all I've got. My thoughts. Chief, you got anything else for us?
Nothing, sir.
Jerry, you got anything else?
Just to mention, as most of you have noticed, Roosevelt Street is getting close to being completed. They put down the last pave coat last Thursday. They were planting trees today and sod possibly tomorrow. Should be tomorrow they're putting sod.
It looks really nice.
That'll be done, and I'll turn it over to Alan for Douglas.
Sure. So, yeah, and on Douglas, the utilities are about at the halfway point, the city utilities. They're starting that second half here, if they have it, it'll be later this week. And progressing pretty well at this point, so, but they started behind schedule, and you know what, they've really gained a ton of ground. They've kind of been steadily getting this completed, so no major issues.
Well, that's good. That Roosevelt, it's so smooth. Man, I'll tell you, they sure did a heck of a job on that. It's like driving on glass. It's really nice. And everything lines up, the blacktop, the curbing and stuff. It really
You
looks
gotta
like
take a
first
right,
rate
you gotta
job.
go down that one, and then go down and go up Washington.
Yeah.
And then you really figure out what's a bad street.
Jerry, you got anything else?
That's it, Mayor, thank you.
Steph, you got anything? Jackie? Joel?
No, Mayor.
Anybody else on the council have anything to bring up?
No.
If not, I'll open this up. If anyone wants from the council or the audience wants to address the city council, just step up to the mic and
Tell us who the hell you are.
tell us who you are and what you think we can do for you.
Thank you very much. My name is Marian Azabi. This is my husband, Amr Azabi. We've been married for 42 years. We were married at Eagles Nest Lake in Ely, Minnesota. My father is Robert Matson. And my husband is originally from Tripoli, Libya, and he got his degree at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville in engineering, mechanical engineering, and physics. He worked in quality control abroad, and and as a commercial officer also. We moved back to the States here in 2000. We bought a house in Eveleth on Woodlawn Drive, and we now own that 501 Grant Avenue building. It used to be the Medical Arts Building, Grant Theater, and then the Medical Arts. As you know, probably 4 years ago, the building adjacent to us, Tuna's Bar, was taken down. And this county put up steel bars, supports.
Yeah.
And you can imagine our concern. We would like to, put some windows on that side, put our insulation and siding. And it's like this property next to us could be sold, to someone else, and what would happen to our windows or, siding or anything? We don't have any rights to that side. And we're requesting a reasonable price for the property next to us, next to 501 Grant Avenue, so that we can take care of our building. And perhaps put up a garage and a yard for our family.
Because I know we inventoried all the vacant property we have. I know, Jack, haven't we?
We've inventoried it, talked about it, and then Alan's got his folks going to be hitting the road pretty soon here in the field, answering many questions I had for him. And then once we have those questions answered, our intent was to come back and have a long workshop again and go through each property.
Isn't there 3 25-foot lots there?
That sounds correct, and some weird like 2 feet thing in there.
Yeah, the 2-foot thing, but I think they're 120 deep.
Yeah, and we have another interested party
Yeah.
also in that property, so.
Okay.
You guys had talked about having the discussion all at the same time again, so we're kind of, we're flowing as we
Yep.
go. We're just, won't be able to do that till later this month or in October.
We're gonna have a workshop maybe on that?
Oh, absolutely.
When we set up a workshop, when we get some final information from the engineer and stuff, would you be interested in attending?
Definitely.
Before, because we wouldn't be selling anything between then. Just so we
Okay.
got some ideas what we can do with it. Because we'd hope somebody would build something, on the property, because we like tax money. Well, that's better than mowing a lawn.
To be honest, I would, excuse me, I'm Amr Azabi, my husband. My voice is so loud. Yes, I very much would like to put the garage. I don't know, probably some of the city members know my son, he likes to tinker around with cars, and I see that his future is a mechanic, and he's been doing a lot of work to people from up to the city. He's doing special exhaust and turbo and that stuff, so I'm hoping that he will be one of those days have his own TV show out of Eveleth. Building
Hey, you
cars
never know.
Yes, why not? I mean,
Why not?
we have a lot of talents, and I know he has a lot of friends that as talented as he is, and he's 29 and he decided that that's what he wanted to do.
Well,
Yes, he went to school for business, but he's interested in that more. And maybe I could help him in the future to put a bigger garage to tinker around with his future. And we've been in Eveleth since '99, Marion. We moved in '99 to Vale Township, and yes, at the beginning I bought that building when I thought I retired to start a business. And I spent the last penny I had in that building, renovating, and I have a lot of equipment that I purchased for that purpose. My health-wise, and the general situation of the business that I look at does not really encourage me, so I decide this is our home. We love it. Beautiful building, and I would like to take care of it the rest of my life. So please help us grow our family there. I have grandchildren, and they love that lot. They're playing in the sand that somebody left there for a couple of years. And
Yeah, that's
they love
another
it.
thing.
That's another story.
It's another story. We had somebody
Yes, I
that-
am not going to go to it. But just my 4-year-old grandson loves that sand. He makes his own sandcastle and all that stuff. And it'd be beautiful to have it. So that can.
Well, who knows,
enjoy their
maybe,
family.
maybe with your son's business degree and his tinkering, we'll have a business down there where he'll,
I honestly sure hope so.
that's,
Because
that would be
honestly,
wonderful.
I talked to my son several times about maybe you should find a place in the surrounding. He said, I don't like to go to Virginia. I don't like to. I know. I'd
I like them.
rather to stay here. Well, that's his, actually, he wasn't born too far from here, but Eveleth. He graduated from here and junior high, elementary, junior high, and high school are there, so.
Good.
That's his place.
Well, when we have a workshop, that and some other properties, how about if we get a hold of you and you can come to the workshop and we can get some maps and stuff and take a good look at what we got, so you know,
I appreciate it.
because we aren't gonna be doing anything between now and then. Because, you know, we're not too sure what we're gonna do with that property and others, but, that way it's a little more, informal time to talk about projects, building and stuff, too. Give you a little chance to put some ideas together then.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time. And have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? If not, I'll adjourn the meeting.